Earlier today, we told you about Catherine Ronk, the former Bishop Foley teacher, sentenced 6 to 15 years in prison for having a sexual relationship with one of her students. And a lot of the communication between the two, the 15-year-old and the teacher, was through social media. Evidence in the case showed she communicated with that 15-year-old over the social media site Snapchat. They also exchanged thousands of texts and hundreds of phone calls.
That's right, with a growing number of these inappropriate relationships being reported. In a 7 Action News investigation, we recently set out to find out what policies school districts have in place regarding social media interaction between staff and students. The investigators reviewed school board policies at 84 school districts in Wayne, Oakland, Macomb, Washtenaw, and Monroe counties, and we found 44% had no specific policy. We do not have a separate policy, admitted an official with the Troy School District. We rely on the professionalism of our staff, the technology, acceptable use policies already in place, and various contract language to cover interaction. Ann Arbor Public Schools and the Rochester Community School District were among those that also admitted there was nothing specific on the books.
Every district needs a strong social media policy, and if they don't have a strong social media policy, they are behind right now.
State Representative Adam Zemke has been leading the charge for following our investigation. He has now drafted a bill to change that regarding schools and social media policies. And Representative Zemke joins us now via Skype. Representative, thank you Skype, I should say. Thank you so much for being with us this afternoon. Bring us up to date on the status of this bill that's been drafted.
Yes, Joanne, it's good to be on again today. I'm pleased to report that we've got the draft bill back. And, you know, we talked last time about New Jersey's policy and how it was so simple. It was only 15 lines. I'm happy to report that Michigan's is even going to be less complex. We're at 10 lines here. And literally what it says is that a school board or public school academy must adopt a policy that regulates the interaction between their school personnel and students, and that they must do so in consultation with school personnel, and that it must be reported to them what that policy is. So very, very simple. We wanted to keep it clear and concise for students and staff here in Michigan.
In fact, right now we do have a look at the draft we wanted to show you here.
It is nice and short, the way you mentioned here. I'm just going to read it to our viewers. Not later than the beginning of the 2015-2016 school year, the Board of Directors of a public school academy shall adopt and implement a policy regulating social media interaction between pupils and school personnel, and shall post the policy on the school district, intermediate school district, or public school academy website.
A board of directors shall consult with school personnel in the development of the policy under this section, and shall notify all school personnel in writing of the policy when it is adopted and posted.
This is a bill that would seem like a no-brainer. We've talked about that. How is it being received among some of your colleagues, Representative?
You know, we've just started sending out requests for co-sponsorship from other House colleagues, but we've not gotten any negative feedback thus far, and we've gotten some positive feedback as we started to discuss it. It's real early in the process, and I think we're going to be seeing a lot more folks interested in co-sponsorship as we approach the July 14th introduction date.
Now, I know when you come up with legislation like this, you sit around kind of spitballing what kind of pushback might you get from districts and so forth. What do you think you're going to see from them, and how are you going to assure them that this is the right thing to do?
You know, I think we're going to assure them based on common sense, right? This is a simple policy. It says that a district must adopt a policy that regulates social media interaction. It doesn't tell them what that policy has to be. You know, we're going to allow them to do a lot of that crafting on their own.
Retaining local control, which is important, I know, to the school boards. And just real quick, Representative, because we are just about out of time, it says the 2015-16 school year. Might that be a little bit optimistic to think they can get it done so fast?
It might be a little optimistic, but we want to plan for the ideal situation. And then if we have to amend the bill to change the date, if we don't make the start of the 2015 school year, we can go ahead and do that. That's not a problem.
All right. Representative Zemke, thanks so much for your work on this, and have a great holiday weekend. Keep us posted.